Too many. Hold on. You know what? There we go. There we go. Okay. That's a lot better right there. Woo-hoo. A little trouble getting on. This YouTube sometimes gives me a problem with going landscape. I don't really understand why I have that problem. But anyway, here we are. Here we are indeed. This has not been my or Two Gun Pixie's best month to show. Well, for the last almost 3 weeks now, we've been dealing with a problem with one of our dogs. We have two Chihuahuas, many dachshund Chihuahua mixes. They're going to be 15 in November. They're from the same litter. Twins, boy and girl, Mojo and Moxie. Mojo's been having some problems. He has bad back issues. He has suffering from Cushing's disease, and now he's diabetic or pre-diabetic, and they're testing him for cancer. His sister is in a little bit better shape. She has liver problems, and she's going a little blind, but she's a fireball. But so we've had a lot of problems with Mojo the last 3 weeks. A lot of vet visits, a couple of emergency room runs. So that's really eaten up a lot of my time, which is why for the last few weeks things haven't been going so smoothly here on the channel. So I want to apologize for that. Things are getting back on track now. Mojo's on medication, so that's helping out. I've been trying to spend my time getting ready for our upcoming campaign. I still got a couple of one-shots I want to do. There's still 3 more one-shots I want to do. And then after that, by October, actually probably by the end of October, quite fitting. That's right, we're going back to 1983 here with my group. I'm going to be running a Ravenloft adventure. I got my old books out. I have not run a D&D since 2000. We were running and against the Giants campaign when 3rd edition came out, and we switched over to it and started a new campaign, and that was it for AD&D, literally for 25 years for me. So it's really exciting that we're getting back into this. 5th level, 5th level module. We're starting at 3rd level, so I've created a little, what I call the Road to Ravenloft mini campaign to get them up to 5th level and give them all adventures that are fairly dark, a little evil, something to prepare them for Barovia and Count Strahd von Zorovich. All right, so that's been keeping me busy. We've been trying our best to get ready to go pro. The idea is I'm hoping that by mid-September, late September, in about 3 weeks. In about 3 weeks, I'm hoping to be able to go public with the Adventurers Union, Local 218, which is I'm going to be giving Dungeon Master services, Game Master services, to anywhere I can get to. Mainly, New York City, the nearby boroughs, the Bronx, Riverdale, Washington Heights especially, going to be good and close for me to get to. But I can get anywhere I can get to in the city. If I can get there within an hour and a half, we're good to game. Let's just hope public transportation doesn't screw me over. So I've been getting ready for that. I got a ton of pre-prepared original adventures, a lot of not solo, but one-shot adventures, 3-part adventures, a couple of campaigns, and preparing modules. So I want to be offering a lot of classic modules. I want to be the TSR, rent a DM kind of guy. Work a lot of TSR modules, but also the TSR games, Boot Hill, Gamma World, Star Frontiers. These are things no one else is offering. I'm going to be doing that. So that's been keeping me busy. Working on the website, as well as working on material that I'm going to need. So the biggest thing right now is I'm having a problem trying to figure out how to get combining like a menu with the primary problem is trying to figure out how to charge online. So we have to hook up some sort of menu system with a pricing on it, hooked to linked with a calendar, so we know what days and times are booked for me. But I'm a retired at home husband. So I have time in the afternoon. I can cater to retire, semi-retire, empty nesters. I got all the time in the world. Yeah, let's do this. So that's the good and the bad. That's been keeping me busy and keep me a little bit off schedule. Pardon me. Ooh, I can already feel it's getting a little dry in the mouth. Thank you for indulging me there. So yeah, otherwise everything is set to go. This weekend, depending on who's here, I'm either going to be running my one shot of Boot Hill, TSR, that's what I was talking about, or Gamma World. Either one is going to be exciting. And I also have a Call of Cthulhu, one shot I want to do. That's actually going to be great. Do the other two first, and then Call of Cthulhu to lead into the new mini campaign, Road to Ravenloft, right into the campaign of I6, the Ravenloft module. That's gonna be a lot of fun. But yeah, so not as many comments that I've been getting. But then again, this has been a very, like I said, slow month for me. I have not been presenting. I have not been forward. I've not been visible. So that could have something to do with it as well. But for tabletop takeout of the game Fuse, that's interesting because I just played Fuse again live a couple of nights ago. Check that out. Check that out, that game Fuse. So our friend the Shogunstein 6475, and please go check out the Shogunstein's YouTube channel. He does a lot of gaming stuff, but also some non-gaming stuff. And he has a very good series on the black and white, well, not black and white, but a colorblind perspective for board gaming stuff. Go check out Shogunstein. He's an old friend of the channel here. So Shogunstein said, a very tense game, especially real time. It is a real time game. Trying to defuse bombs before your spaceship goes boom, so to speak. And you can use anything to time it with. You can use your phone, you use a timer app on that, maybe a kitchen timer, or just download the app. I highly recommend, if you're going to play the game Fuse, that you download the app. And as Shogunstein says, very tense game, partly to do with the app, because the app's talking to you. In the little female computer voice, she's urging you to solve the problems and defuse the bombs, and the closer it gets to the end, the almost like more excitable she gets over it. Yeah, that adds to the tension. But the sound effects and the noise and the voice, everything just really adds to another level of the game. You really should play Fuse with the app. But yeah, Shogunstein, it is going to be a very tense game. So if you don't like that kind of thing in a board game, it's not going to be for you. But otherwise, yeah, everyone needs to try Fuse. There's a standalone expansion that can be incorporated. I gotta get that. I gotta try that. Going to Slideshow Gaming, a Justice League strategy game. And this is going back a while. This was released December of 24. This video was released. And this is by another old friend of the show, Starship Chiru Studios. I always say it a little bit wrong, but we like it that way. All right, me and Starship have a relationship over that, right? All right, Starship. So for the Justice League strategy game, you said this looks like a fun game to try. It sure is. I think anyone that's a fan of superhero games, but particularly, obviously, yes, the Justice League stuff, you're gonna really enjoy the game. It's a fun way they incorporate the characters' powers through the game. Different sets of cards, all dedicated little decks to each other. A couple of different things going on in there to really make each of the heroes that you're potentially playing, make them feel a little bit more alive, a little bit more like the characters themselves with the different delivery systems with their powers. It's a fun game. I think anyone that's a fan of DC Comics, of DCEU, Justice League, Superman, Batman, you really got to give that game a try. So thank you, Starship, for your comment. And as always, thank you for checking out the channel, spending a little bit of your time here with Two Gun Pixie. All right, moving on. Big Johnny G. Hey, that's me. Big Johnny G's 5 favorite. This is going back to this is the last one. This is the last one. Tabletop terrains that are not Dwarven Forge, because I do love Dwarven Forge stuff. As far as tabletop terraining goes, I cut my teeth with that, right, as they say. But yeah, so the tabletop that are not Dwarven Forge, and Blue Thing 3D. Is that new? I don't recall that name around here, but I am getting a little old, aren't I? I don't recall that name around here. So this is your first time checking us out, and you get a chance to see this, hear this, see what's going on. Then I got to say, Blue Thing 3D, thank you. Thank you so much. You know, you could be watching anything, and it was us. You could have commented. You could have not commented at all. You could have just watched it and just went about your business, but you left a comment. So thank you so much for that, Blue Thing 3D. Very simple, but it means a lot to me. You said great stuff. Thank you. There's a lot of good tabletop terrain out there that is not Dwarven Forge, no matter how much we may love the DF. So yeah, check that video out for 5 of what I consider some of the best tabletop training a DM, or, you know, hey, even if you're a really in-depth board player. I've seen board game players use terrain-like stuff, especially in games like Hero Quest. So yeah, anything that could use, you know, 28, 32 millimeter terrain, that's going to be a good video for you to check out. So thank you for your time, Blue Thing 3D. And you can go see a doctor about that. Tales on the Table. Wow, this is going back 24 again. This is going back to November 21st of 2024. Wow. This is almost a year old already, this post. And this is for Tales on the Table, Behind the Screen, Speaker in Dreams, Part 6. Setting up a reality wrinkled. And Slithar, thank you. We know you. You've been around here before. Thank you always for your time and your comments, my friend. Slithar said, I played 3.5. So Speaker in the Dreams is on my radar. The detail of the reality wrinkle is nice. LOL, sewers. That's funny. 100% put them in every setup. You need a few more outside, LMO. Yeah, I guess I do need a few more outside terrain pieces. Is that what you mean? I have a lot. Went a little crazy on that. I got to start writing some more outdoor and city encounters is what I need to start doing. But Slithar, always a pleasure to see you around here, my friend. Please come back as long as we're entertaining you, as long as you enjoy what you see, what you hear. Okay, wrong number 3, and this is all spelled. That's wrong. The O is a 0. Wrong number 3, and of course, ER. The E is a 3. So wrong number. This is for Tabletop Takeout, Looting Atlantis. This is another old title going back to November of 24. Looting Atlantis is a really fun game. We've played here. It's by Shoot Again Games, and the whole premise of the game is you're an Atlantean. Atlantis is about to sink into the sea, be gone forever, and you want to steal as much Atlantean stuff as you can and get it to one of these up-and-coming places like China or Egypt, you know, and start laying some groundwork around there. It's a really fun game. And Wrong Number said, thanks so much for covering Looting Atlantis, and it's awesome that you're still enjoying it. Hey, wait a second. You know, the little pictures that are with the icons here? I think that's them. Very cool. Yes. Wrong number. That definitely is Shoot Again Games. Yeah, we still love this game. We love everything that you guys put out. And I'm sorry that I haven't seen anything new lately. There, Shoot Again Games. If something is new, if something's coming out that I've missed, let me know. I need to know. Susan Emily, Midday Monologue. We know Susan, old personal friend around here, mother to Ryan and Andrew from the 20-Sided Warriors, an old personal friend of mine from our teenage drinking days down in the island. So Susan Emily says, thankful for friends who game too. And I said, this is for a Midday Monologue of November 24 about Happy Thanksgiving Day. Happy Thanksgiving Day, saying what I am thankful for about gaming or anything in general, particularly gaming. It's a gaming channel. I talk about gaming, right? Makes sense. Susan, we love you so much. Thank you very much for the comment. Thank you for watching. And, as I keep saying, because it's true, spending a little bit of time to leave a comment there. Not everyone does that. Tabletop Takeout, Dungeons and Dragons Fantasy Adventure board game by Luke Dixon, 2747. Is that new? Is that a new commenter? I want to say no. But welcome back. And if I'm wrong, thank you for stopping by. Luke Dixon, 2747. Loved it as a kid. Now I'm playing my old copy with my kids. Just ordered another copy to replace a few lost pieces. Now I have double the boards. Epic Dungeons incoming. He did. He put the MWAHAHAH on. I'm not making that up. That's what he put. Luke Dixon, that is absolutely amazing that you are enjoying this. Now, this game, I don't know where you're writing this from, Luke Dixon, 2747. But here in America, that was almost unheard of to get a copy of that Parker Brothers game, the Dungeons and Dragons Fantasy Adventure game by Parker Brothers. It was not, as far as I know, it was not commonly sold here in America at the time in the early 2000s. So obviously neither were the only two expansions that they came out with before they folded the gaming system, which was a tragic mistake. Oh, it was a tragic mistake that they folded it. But to know that you're playing it with your kids, you got a chance to get another copy, get the missing pieces. That was probably not inexpensive. So kudos for you for having the love and the passion to go that extra step and get that game. And also for checking us out, for coming back, for leaving comments. Very cool, man. Very cool. It means a lot to us. Brawling Board. This is another old one. Wow, people have been doing a little bit of a deep dive here. That's extremely cool. Brawling Board. I got to do some more of these, shouldn't I? Oh, there's so many videos on my radar to make. So many radars. So, Brawling Board Games. This is from August. This is just a couple of days more than 2 years old. 2023. D&D. What was we just talking about? D&D Fantasy Adventure board game versus the D&D Cooperative Adventure System. This video has gotten a lot of looks, and not everyone has agreed with my outcome, my choice there at the end. But anyway, the Omnia Nerd, OMNIA, the Omnia Nerd, from 10 months ago, left this comment saying, 10 months ago? I have not remembered going over this. Brawling Board Games, 8/17/23. So I love to see the old D&D, the Fantasy Adventure board game, get some love. I cherish my copy with both expansions. If you really need a tiebreaker, I would have to base it on availability and give the win to the cooperative game system, as D&D, the Fantasy Adventure board game, is one, long out of print, and two, was never released in the US, only in Europe. See, I was right about that, right? Yeah. Both are great in their own rights, though. The Fantasy Adventure board game is fantastic for introducing kids to D&D that are too old for D&D The Adventure Begins. Or I would argue Dungeon, the newer versions of it. I mean, the original Dungeon was not D&D. It was just by TSR. But yeah, over the years, it has become D&D. Yeah, that's great. Absolutely fantastic. And going back one more, close out this comment section here. Checking that out. Anything going on here? Nothing going on there. Tabletop Takeout. October 1st, 2024, Fury of Dracula. And this copy is the second edition that I was reviewing. Quincy Morris. Quincy Morris says obligatory reference to the current Fury of Dracula tournament for the digital mobile version. Okay, cool. Give that shout out. I don't care which version someone is playing, as long as someone is having fun playing a board game, right? So yeah, that was a nice little run on some of the comments that have been coming in. Yeah, that's it. Nothing else to sort by. So there was a quick update about what's been happening on the channel. This week, we're getting back on schedule of things. There will be a game this Friday night. There will be a game Sunday. I'm going to make sure about that. Giacomo will return in September, so that's right around the corner. Very cool, right? So we'll see him shortly enough from his little vacation. And I think that brings us up to speed, pretty much. Yeah. All right. So unless there was any questions or anything that I missed here from the comments section, and it looks like I did not miss anything from the comments section. If you're watching, thank you very much for checking this out during the live stream. But remember, you can check this out anytime. Right now, I think the big thing I feel like pushing on the channel right now is our playlist for Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, go check that out. There's so many great videos on that, from setups to player perspectives to Giacomo. There's a lot of good Dungeons and Dragons material. Go check out that playlist. Anyway, thank you very much, everyone, for checking this out. I'm your buddy Big John G for Two Gun Pixel presents Legendary Gaming. I am out of here.